Some set of persons have the strategy. They can tell you where the price is going, but they lack the structure that tells them it's time to buy or sell. While some other set of persons have the structure that tells them when to buy or sell, but they are having difficulty to decide where the market is going. While starting out, I face these challenges. Sometimes I can really tell you where the price is going, but I lack the structure that tells me when to buy or sell. While other times I'm convinced that this is where to buy and or this is where to sell. But still in those times my SL is being slapped. Because though I had the structure, the context was not right. But right in this video, I'm going to teach you how I was able to overcome that, how I use correlated pair as an addition to my confluence to get a setup. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say welcome back. And if you are new to this channel, just sit back, watch the video to the end. In this channel, I do teach how to trade, how I trade the financial market using SMC. And if you watch this video to the end, if you find it helpful, then you can go ahead to like, subscribe, drop your comments or your questions in the comment section. I do respond to comments, right? So without saying much, let's dive straight into the video. So right here in the weekly time frame, I noticed that the sellers are fully in charge of the market. All right. So firstly, we had this break of structure, and the market went ahead to give us another break of structure right here. So the next thing we want to do is to identify the origin. So for this case, I used my Fibonacci retracement from swing high to swing low. So I mapped out my origin sitting somewhere around here. So I'm going to call that my AOI, area of interest. So I noticed that this circle had an internal liquidity, which I call pile of liquidity. So the market is currently sitting at the area of interest. So we have this as our swing structure. Then I zoomed in. I noticed very carefully that reading the candlestick pattern, we have firstly an engulfing candle, though it didn't engulf fully, but the second one was very profound, right? The market engulfed two bullish candles. So there is high chance that we are really sitting at a supply zone. So heading down to lower time frame, all I'm looking for is an opportunity to sell. So I went down to daily time frame. Now right here on daily time frame, the first thing I noticed was the market gave me a break of structure right here to the upside. Then I noticed the origin is sitting somewhere around here. So I went down to 4-hour time frame. So right here on 4-hour time frame, I noticed my origin is a support and not an order block. So I'm going to call that a support. And the circle is complete because we have a pile of liquidity right here. So I noticed despite the complete circle, the market closed below the low, giving us a market structure shift. So I'll go ahead to delete this guy. So right here, I noticed after this market structure shift, we have our origin sitting above this zone. So this guy becomes our swing structure. Then I noticed the market gave us a pile of liquidity right here. So I was expecting the market to, come back, take out this pile of liquidity, mitigate our order block and do what? Sell. But that didn't happen. I noticed the market went ahead to do what? To give us a break of structure again. So meaning our pile of liquidity or our sell side liquidity comes to this zone. So this market would have been invalidated if this market closed below this low, because if the market should close below this low, meaning we have this side as our sell side liquidity and this zone as what? Our area of interest, in which if the market should close above it, we consider a market structure shift, because like I usually say, two breaks of structure confirms the market structure shift. Let me just do a quick illustration for people that's just joining us. So now when we have, okay, since we are in a bearish market, let me use that as a case study. So since we have a break of structure this way, all right, we map out the break of structure, an indication that the market is still bearish. We locate our origin. The next thing is to look for a liquidity. So for this case, you find out that the market didn't give us a pile of liquidity, so usually we expect the market to give us an extension. So I call this an extension because the last cycle is incomplete. So this becomes our what? Sell side liquidity. So if I should map this out, it's going to be this way. We have our breakout structure this way. Our origin will be sitting somewhere around here. Then our liquidity will be sitting here, which is coming from an extension, whereby we expect the market to do what? Take out this sell side liquidity, mitigate our order block, and sell. You understand? Now for the case whereby instead of the market to sell from there, the market close above the high, this is when we call a market structure shift, because we have the three complete circle. We have first the break of structure, a valid origin, and a liquidity. So the market still close above the high, indicating that the supply from here is more than the demand. Do you understand? So I'll go ahead to delete these guys. Yeah, so I was waiting. If this market should close below this low, then this whole trade setup is invalidated. Then I noticed the market carefully respected it and take off. Then I validated, since our sell liquidity is here, then we have this zone as a potential point of interest, and our overall point of interest is sitting right here. So if I should label that, we have this as also a potential point of interest. I have dropped the video before how I trade when I do have multiple area of interest. All right, I jump down to lower time frame to confirm when the market is overbought, then I join the trade and sell downward. I jump down to 1 hour time frame to refine the entry. So I had my entry somewhere around here, so I'll go ahead to delete this just to make it clean. So I had my sell limit somewhere around here, my stop loss was above, and I was targeting this low, but I noticed the market didn't tag me in. So I had my eyes at this zone because our sell side liquidity has been swept, and any other block above the sell side liquidity or our liquidity zone is a valid order block, right? So I noticed the market was reacting off from this order block. Then I went down to lower time frame just to confirm the trend. So I went down to lower time frame just to confirm when the trend is overbought. So I noticed the market gave us a break of structure right here. If we look backward, we have another break of structure right here, of which this is the market structure shift, because this was the buy side liquidity. So we have this as our swing structure and this as our origin. So I had this as a pile of liquidity right here, but that was not a valid one, so I was expecting an extension, of which the market gave us an extension right now. So our sell side liquidity comes all the way below here. So I was waiting for the market to trigger me in on a sell, though I used my Fibonacci retracement from swing high to swing low to get my order flow. So my sell was all the way around here, and I was targeting this low. So while the market was still playing out, I looked for the pair AUD card is most correlated with, and that is AUD USD. So I tried to break down AUD USD. So if I'm having the same analysis as of that of AUD card, then that is an added confluence, right? So just the same way, I'm just going to be fast on this one. I started from the weekly time frame, and I noticed the market is trading bearish. So we are to use the trend line order flow. First touch, second touch, we drag it to the end. So you notice that the market is at the order flow. This order flow simply means anything above the trend line is overbought. Do you understand? Then I mapped out my break of structure. Of course, the market gave us a break of structure here again, somewhere around here, meaning our sell side liquidity was swept right here. So from swing high to swing low, the market is sitting at 0.18, Alright, so there is every chance that this market is going to go bearish, just like AUD card. So I'm going to delete all this just to keep it neat. So I jump down to daily time frame. Now with the understanding from higher time frame, I noticed the market gave us a break of structure right here. Alright, so I located my origin sitting somewhere around here. Then I went to 4-hour time frame. So I noticed that from 4-hour time frame, our origin was a resistance and not an order block. So I'm going to call that resistance, and this was our swing structure. So of course the market gave us a break of structure again, which means our sell side liquidity is sitting somewhere around here, of which the market swept. Then I went down to 1-hour time frame just to see things more clearly. So I noticed a very little order block sitting somewhere around here. So I go back to 4-hour time frame. So right here on 4-hour time frame, I just took the whole of the region above this high, right? Because this seems like a pile of liquidity still, just like AUD card. So I took the whole of the high as my AOI. Then I went ahead to locate my alternate order flow, which is sitting somewhere around here. So this was where I took my sell. My stop loss was all the way above, and I target this zone. It was a 6.8 RR. Right, 6.8 RR. So this was how I used correlation. I would have missed out on this pair if I should stick to just AUD card, but finding the correlated pair, helped me to take advantage of this price movement. So yeah, that is it about this video. If you have any question alongside of this video, just drop it on the comment section. I will respond to you. If you want to learn more, I'm going to drop my WhatsApp number on the description box, and also my Telegram handle, which is MimiFX, the same name you have here. You want to follow me on social media platform. On Instagram it's MimiFX, on LinkedIn it's Miracle Kelechi Anayo. So yeah, that's it about this video, and see you on the next one. Peace.